Daniel chapter 4 details the final years of King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, the greatest empire of the world at that time. The king who was responsible for the captivity of the Jewish people, the burning of their temple, and the razing of its walls to the ground. The same man who had a dream in chapter 2 that no astrologer or soothsayer or sorcerer, wise man or wizard could interpret. But the one true God uses Daniel and gives him an interpretation that shocks this pagan to his core and causes him to say in verse 47 of chapter 2, the king answered unto Daniel and said, of a truth it is that your God is a God of gods and a Lord of kings and a revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldst reveal the secret. But yet after this in chapter 3, he raises up an image and causes all to bow down and worship it, and all that will not he throws into the burning fiery furnace. And he did so to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But when the one true God delivers them and brings them out with not even the smell of smoke or the singe of fire upon their garments, Nebuchadnezzar responds in verse 29 of chapter 3, therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other God that can deliver after this sort. His words. But yet again in Daniel chapter 4, his heart is raised up in pride. He's the ruler of the greatest empire that governs the world at this time. And his heart raises up in pride, and the Lord humbles him. And you can go read in chapter 4 how that is accomplished. His body is changed and he is subject to the elements. But yet, after those 7 years, in verse 34, he says, at the end of those days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up mine eyes unto heaven, and mine understanding returned unto me, and I blessed the Most High, and I praised and honored him that liveth forever, whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. Verse 37, now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven, all whose works are truth, and his ways judgment, and those that walk in pride he is able to abase. Thus saith Yahweh Elohim unto thee, what is it going to take for you to recognize me? Amen.